Say hi, Benny. Say hi. She looks so scared. I promise she does. She loves me. Hi, welcome to another video. My name is Elsa and today I bring you an unhaul actually. This is my first unhaul ever and I actually feel really bad about it. Hi, welcome to another video. Like I said earlier or just like a second ago. This is my first unhaul ever since I started collecting books. And I feel really bad about it. I mean, I know I shouldn't, but I do. But there's just some books that have been on my shelf for literally like more than 2 years and I haven't reached out to read them. So I think it's best if I donate them to someone that is actually gonna enjoy it, and I'm actually gonna donate them to my work, to the school that I work on, or maybe I'm gonna sell them. I actually don't know yet, but yeah, I'm gonna show you the bag actually. This bag of books, this is full of books. I think there's like 13 or 15 books in here. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you all the books that I'm going to unhaul, and just a disclaimer, if the books that I mentioned here right now are books that you loved or books that are your favorite books, it's not because it's not an insult to you that, you know, like they're bad books or anything. I'm just not in the mood to read them anytime soon, and I just will rather have them gone to make room for my bookshelf, and you know, like, and someone else can read it, someone that actually wants to read it, or you know, might actually enjoy it. So yeah, that's just a disclaimer, guys, okay? It's not, I'm not bashing your favorite books or the books that you love. Like, I think I've read some of these books actually and I thoroughly enjoy them, but I don't see myself reaching for them again. So that's just a disclaimer. Good? Good. The first book that I'm gonna show you, or the first book that I actually see right here, is Skittle by David Unaul. I actually bought this for my 22nd birthday, I think. I bought this myself for my 22nd birthday and I haven't reached for it. I think what really got to me was the cover, and I mean, it's the little girl on top of a bus and like she's traveling or something. So I guess it's like one of those YA contemporaries, coming of age type of stories. And yeah, I actually don't remember what the book is about, but honestly, that's the vibe that I'm getting to, or at least that's what I remember. So yeah. Also, to let you guys know, I'm not going to be sending any of the books to anyone because I live in Mexico and the shipping is actually kind of pricey here. So yeah. The next book that I'm going to show you is actually a book that I have already read and I really enjoyed. A lot of people compare this to The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and I personally didn't read The Perks of Being a Wallflower before I read this book, so a lot of people really don't like this book, but I enjoyed it for the most part, and that is Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Delaria. I really enjoyed the book. I read it. I think this is one of the first books that I ever read, like when I started avidly reading back in 2013. Yeah, back in 2013, 2014. So yeah, I know this is like, well, a lot of people compare it to The Perks of Being a Wallflower because it's about a girl who is writing letters to... A lot of people actually compare this book to The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and the book is about basically a girl writing letters to dead people like Kurt Cobain, I don't know who else has died, Prince Diana, and other people that I cannot remember for the life of me. But yeah, I don't see myself reaching for this book again, so yeah. So it's going. Let's go. The next book that I'm going to show you is actually a book that I really wanted to read back when it came out, and it's actually one of the books I purchased. It's one of the books that I purchased back when I was coming back from Vans Raptor in San Antonio, and that is The Last Time We Say Goodbye by Cynthia Hand. I'm actually still not sure if I'm going to unhaul this because I kind of do want to read it, but then I don't know when that will happen. And yeah. What I know about this is that it deals with mental illness. I think regarding depression and suicide, and at the time my cousin had committed suicide and I just couldn't bring myself to reading this book or any book on that topic. So that's why I haven't really reached for it. I mean, now I'm fine. Well, I'm not really that fine, but I'm to the point where I can bear reading a book with this topic. But at the moment, I don't know when I will pick this up. I'm kind of still deciding if I should or not on how this. So if you have read this book, please tell me down below what you think. Should I read it? Should I not? I don't know. The next two books that I'm going to show you are part of a series or quartet, and that is the Dorothy Must Die series by Danielle Page. I read this with a friend from BookTube. I cannot remember her name. With Angelica from Mercury. I cannot remember her channel, but I'll link her link down below, or I'll put her picture somewhere here when I'm edit. But yeah, Dorothy Must Die, and I have The Wicked Will Rise. Now going back to it, I think I rated this book a 3 out of 5 stars, and I don't remember if I enjoyed it enough like to actually continue with the series. But I mean, apparently I bought this, but I was really intrigued by the ending, but I have not picked this up, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna read it. And honestly, I'm really uninterested on what's gonna happen right now, so I'm gonna give this away to someone that actually wants to know or is interested. So yeah, 2 books gone. The next book that I'm going to show you is this one, which is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. This is a magical realism YA contemporary book which follows Ava, who is telling the story of her mom and her grandma and her great-grandma through a time, and why, you know, she's the way she is, I guess you could say. I don't really reach a lot for magical realism, but at the time when I bought this, a lot of people were raving about it, and I really enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy it, but I don't necessarily reach for magical realism. I think I should, because it's kind of interesting to read. But I enjoyed this book. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, but I don't see myself reaching for it anymore. So someone else is gonna reach for it, I'm sure. So yes, this is going. The next book that I'm going to show you is a book that was hyped a lot in BookTube back in the day, and that is Deep Silence by Carrie Ryan. I picked this up because a lot of people were raving about it on BookTube, and it had a lot of hype. But now, since that hype had died down, a lot of like mixed reviews, some good, some bad, some just said it was not worth it, and all the things. It's basically a story of revenge, and I was really here for it at the time, but at the moment I just don't see myself reaching for it anymore. So I think it's gonna go. The next book that I have here is H2O by Virginia Bergen. I actually don't, this is another book that I'm not sure if I'm gonna haul or not, because I bought this back when I went to a trip to McAllen, Texas with my friends when we went to see Pitch Perfect 2. And I was really excited to read this. Mostly what drew to me were like these things on the cover. And then when I opened it, I was like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. But again, I'm not sure if I'm gonna read it. Basically what got me to read was like the back, this thing. It says, "My name is Ruby Morris and this is my story. If you're reading it, you're very lucky to be alive, but you already know that, right?" It's kind of like a post-apocalyptic dystopian novel, YA novel, and I think I've heard mixed reviews. They're not bad reviews, but I heard mixed reviews, so I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to give this away. I think I'm gonna think about it. But if you have read this book, please tell me down below if it's worth it, if I should keep it or give it a shot, or maybe I'll do that tag, what's it called, try a chapter tag type of thing, and see how it goes. So I don't know, let me know down below. But for now, I think it's gonna go. I think. The next 3 books, it's a series. It's an entire series, or, well, not a series, it's a trilogy, which BookTube really hyped it a lot back in the day. And that is the the Fifth Wave series by Rick Yancey. Yes, I'm giving the 3 books away, which is The Fifth Wave, The Infinite Sea, and The Last Star, which I actually bought, I think, last year. So I'm kind of bummed that I wasted money on this book, because it was... I have feelings about this book. But yeah, the reason why I'm giving away the entire series is because I I just don't care for it anymore, and I really didn't like the ending. I didn't really enjoy it. So yeah, like the first book, I was kind of undecisive when I read it, so that had to count for something at the time. I just don't understand part of it, and it was very confusing at times. It has a lot of points of view. It has a million things of points of view, so I wasn't sure. And then I read The Infinite Sea, which is everyone's least favorite book, but I actually really enjoyed The Infinite Sea. So I was really excited to read The Last Star, and then we get to The Last Star, and it literally went from like, okay, it's going here, and then it went from like this, and then it went straight down. So I'm not sure what was this series about. And I heard, I think it's confirmed actually, that there's gonna be more books in the series, but with other characters, like the continuation of this book. And I'm just gonna say, it's not a spoiler, or hope not, it's not a spoiler, but Rick Yancey pulled a Veronica Ross on The Last Star. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. The next book that I'm gonna share is actually a book that I have already read, and that is Werewolf Sea by Max Brooks. And I'm giving this away because this is one of the first books that I bought. This is one of those first books that I actually bought myself, and I was really interested to read. And I guess I was really obsessed with zombies at that time, and I think that was because of The Walking Dead, which I don't really watch anymore. So yeah, it's very different from the movie. If you have seen the movie and read the book, it's very different. But yeah, I'm not interested in keeping this. So, and the last book that I'm giving away is Starflight by Melissa Landers. This was actually a book that I actually had to read last year because it was part of the YA BookTube Awards nominee, and I thoroughly enjoyed, honestly, but not enough to like continue reading it. Like, it was actually, no, I actually want to read the second book, which is kind of like, it's in the same universe, but it's with different characters. Like the side characters are now the main characters, which I was really excited for, mostly because I really enjoyed more, like, I actually enjoy the side characters a lot more than the main characters from this book. So yeah, this is sci-fi YA, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. So those are all the books that I am getting rid of, and I think there's actually more, but I actually have not decided if I am giving away those books, because, you know, sentimental value, and I actually realize I'm a hoarder, so I don't know how that's gonna turn out for me. So yeah, like I said, if you have read any of these books, please tell me down below if they're worth reading, especially the books that I told you about earlier. Please tell me if they're actually worth reading. So yeah, that's it. That's my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.